as I sit back and think about some of the characteristics that I had mentioned about my grandmothers, and really how that kind of plays itself out in my daily life. I have 4 kids, and I'm happy to say all 4 of them have had their bar bat mitzvah. Neither of my grandmothers, by the way, had a bat mitzvah, but I did, and certainly all my children have. And it has been important to me, based on some of the teachings of them, and really just the traditions that have kind of come down through the generations of my family, is to really bring Judaism and just bring community together. I mentioned family and traditions. The holidays, of course, always come to mind. When I have Rosh Hashanah dinner at my house, I always make 2 briskets. One is from my mother-in-law's recipe, and one is from my Nana Burl's recipe. So, it's a melding together, I think, of all of those traditions. And that's what really makes me proud. I think that over time, that of course, there are certain family members that have been, more religious than others, but everyone is respectful. And I love to carry on these traditions. Hanukkah is another good example, to be honest, is because, growing up, we did Hanukkah, but it wasn't a major event. We've decided to actually try and make Hanukkah, a bigger, I don't want to say larger than life, but a bigger holiday for all of the generations of my family. So we do have, of course, this past year with COVID, we did it on Zoom, but we usually have a Hanukkah party with at least 50 of us, because we have so many kids and grandkids that we bring that all together. So as I think back, it's a time to celebrate. I like to think of myself, I'm proud of who I am, who my family is, trying to teach those values to my children. I work, my husband works, we're constantly trying to embed just overall Jewish values, and just really overall values of giving back to the community, and giving and being kind and thoughtful to each other, and being very tolerant. In today's world, I think that's more important now than ever before. I mentioned I have 4 children, and when my husband and I were, when we moved to Deerfield, when we wanted to join a temple, it was important to me to really feel that sense of connection and the sense of community. I had got bat mitzvah as a child, but I didn't ever feel that true connection, I think. And so when we had, I don't want to say interviewed, but certainly met a number of people from a number of the congregations, and they were all wonderful, to be honest. But truly working and meeting some of the rabbis and other families at Temple Jeremiah is really what connected with me and connected with my husband and I. Even the education process. I mean, my kids have not only all gotten bar and bat mitzvah, but have gone through confirmation. My son and I went with the rabbi to Washington, D.C. As well, on with a Reformed Judaism, kind of retreat, and to lobby some of our government officials. So there's so many different aspects that I've been so appreciative of, and I hope, but 2 of my girls were just on the Zooms today with their confirmation and their Sunday school classes. I hope to instill some of that just kind of goodwill, good feeling, connectivity with the community in them, that Temple Jeremiah has connected with me, because overall we all need a good, safe place, and a place that makes us feel family, both in and out of our home.